Destiny. Welcome back, and this is the LA Lifestyle on a Budget, giving you skincare and thriftwear and a little bit of entertainment industry tips. So if that's what you're into, hit the subscribe button below. Now, I've been kind of doing, I want to say like a mini series a little bit that kind of branched off from a video I did like 2 years ago called How to Get Into Music Videos. So I updated that video for 2020 to give you guys more practical tips on what you could do to get into music videos, to get booked as a model and things like that, be on the runway, maybe if you're an actor, how to kind of switch up your resume a little bit and maybe do some music videos and some other cool projects. So I'm going to link that video up here for you guys to check out if you guys have not seen it already. But I want to say about 2 weeks ago, I decided to kind of go more in depth and give you guys a little bit more practical and tangible tips that you guys could do this year to really kind of get your game going if you're an aspiring model, maybe you're a video vixen, maybe you're somebody who you're a professional dancer and you're looking into kind of other avenues to be able to get into to make some money and to really put yourself out there. So I actually did an interview with Kelly O. She's a Las Vegas showgirl on the professional level. Like, this is what she does for a living. Like, she's booked and busy. She's not just doing that, but she's also doing like cabaret dinners and things like that as a professional dancer as well. So if you guys are interested in more of like branching out into that, maybe you live in the Vegas area, maybe you live in an area where they're starting to do a lot kind of like more Vegas related dancing and things like that, I'm gonna link that video up here for you guys to check out as well. But today in particular, I want to talk a little bit about things that you could do to get booked if you're not getting booked. So I know a lot of you, maybe you've taken dance classes for the past 10 years. Maybe you've been in the gym, you know, hitting it, doing your workouts. You look good. You've been, you know, trying to really get yourself out there as a model. Maybe do some runway shows. Maybe do, you know, some video vixen work, different things, and you just find that you're not really being booked. So I wanted to talk about why that could be and kind of give you guys some reasons. So number one, you're still hustling the old school way. I've talked about this in my How to Get Into Music Videos video that I posted on YouTube. But you're still doing things the old way. You have like your old school resume and you're trying to email it off to people 24/7. The industry has changed a lot. A lot of young people are, you know, the heads of these companies. A lot of young people are the heads of these departments that are auditioning dancers, that are auditioning models and things like that. And they don't want to be sitting at a desk and chained to a computer 24/7 at the office. A lot of them are out there hustling. They're working on projects. They're working a lot from their phone. So if you're not on Instagram, you need to be. If you're not connecting with them and networking with them at events that they would be at, you're missing out on a lot of great opportunities. So I talked about this also in my other video, how to kind of go to those networking mixers, where you can find those for the entertainment industry and kind of keep yourself on their radar so that you can book more gigs. So I did another video on that as well, so I'll link that either above or below in my description box as well. And for those of you that don't know, I have a whole Tea Talk series where I kind of interview a lot of my friends that are in the industry on a professional level doing really cool things. And it's not an interview just to kind of like you know, give them kudos for, you know, what they're doing. It's an interview of me asking them practical tips of how they're doing these things. That way it can kind of help you guys as well. Okay, another thing that you're doing is not being consistent. So this shows up with, you know, you 1 week you're hustling, maybe you booked a gig and you're posting a lot of photos, you're posting a lot of videos, and then maybe for the next like month and a half, like it's super dry. Like if you're somebody who's kind of dabbling in it, like for me as of right now, like I'm pregnant, so it was like, you know, I booked a gig, and then as I started to show a little bit more, I started doing more of like my YouTube stuff, and I kind of have different pools that I, you know, work in. I help other people find talent for the things that they're doing. If you're doing kind of like what I'm doing, then that's fine. If you have kind of like your hands in different pots and you're doing different things. But if you want this to be your main thing, if you're like, I want to be doing modeling 24/7, I want to be on a runway, I want to be in music videos 24/7, then you need to have a consistent stream of content on your social medias. That way when people look you up, they see you're always booked and busy. Like, you know, that's the phrase, being booked and busy. Like, so if you have a gig that's booked and it's a really big, you know, fashion show, and then you know, like for the next month, you don't really have anything on the calendar, really kind of spread out that content. Really try to do, you know, some, maybe a home shoot, maybe something that's like lower budget that you can kind of mix in there and really kind of space out your content a little bit. That way you kind of have that steady stream of content kind of flowing in. That way it looks like you're always working as you're kind of hustling and networking and doing your thing. So that's another tip. And not to mention, you need to be connected with a lot of these people that are doing the bookings. So if you're not connected with them, you need to connect with them on social media. You need to be constantly scrolling through their page, seeing what they're posting. I mean, there's tons and tons of connects that I've made over the past, like, I want to say decade, that are always doing something. They're always doing events. They're always doing fashion shows. And for those of you that don't know this, if you go and you subscribe to my channel and you go to the community tab, I post auditions all the time. All the time. I even had one of you ask like, oh, do you post stuff for plus size girls? And I'm like, yeah, like I know designers that do plus size runway, and if they're posting, and they need models or whatever, I'm totally down to post it on the community page as well. And everything's not just here in LA where I am, even though this is the LA Lifestyle on a Budget. I recently posted something from North Carolina. There was a connect that I had that was doing a fashion show over there and needed models. There was another connect that I had, and they're normally based here in LA, but they happen to be in New York, and they were doing a fashion thing over there, and they needed a fit model really quick that was they just needed a girl that was like 5'10" and kind of slender or whatever to try on a new collection. So I'm always trying to kind of put you guys on game, whether it be in the community tab here on YouTube or whether it be on my Instagram. I'm always posting things in my stories. If I see, one of my connects or whatever is looking for a particular model, male or female, maybe they're looking for a professional dancer. I think another one the other day was looking for like Afro dance models, like Afro eclectic, fusion dancers, and they needed like a few of them. So I had like posted something about that on Instagram as well. So if you guys don't have me on Instagram, that'll be in the description box as well as the beginning of this video. I always put my tags somewhere along the bottom here for you guys to check out, but it's just at theidestiny. So another favorite thing of mine to do is also, like let's say maybe you're networking, maybe you booked a gig, and you made 3 or 4 really cool connects. Maybe one is a DP, maybe one is like an actual like booking agent, and maybe 1 or 2 of them are just people that normally help on set, whatever. After you go and you book that gig and you follow them or whatever, after that you should be combing through their friends list like 24/7, seeing who else they know, seeing if you have any mutual friends or whatever, and then go through the contacts list, click on them and see, okay, what does this person do? Follow them. If you follow, like let's say if you follow a DP, they're going to have other DP friends. They're going to have other friends that are working on sets of music videos. If you scroll through and you can find maybe 3 or 4 people and you go through their Instagrams and see, oh my gosh, this person has worked with, this artist and this artist and this artist, and oh, this person's worked with, all these models and has done fashion week, go and follow them. Because the thing is, I mean, even if they have a couple thousand followers or 10,000 or whatever, sometimes you just happen to hit the button right at the right time when they're not getting any other notifications. Maybe they'll go to your page and be like, oh wow, this model followed me and we have a mutual friend. So that kind of creates like a little bit of trust there, just a little bit, just enough to spark their interest so that they can book you. But these are just kind of like a few of the tips that I have for you guys. I really want to add on more to this series. So if you guys have any questions for me specifically of what you're looking for, maybe you have some questions that you maybe want me to expand on and make a whole video on them, I'm more than happy to do that. Go and check out those other videos if you guys are maybe struggling, if you guys found that you guys haven't been as booked or busy as you've wanted to be, you can go check those out as well. But thank you guys so much for watching, and like this video if you want to see more. I'll be posting more as usual. Make sure to do well and be well, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.